on this episode of Podigious.
And this is why FoxKid is gone.
Your password! You can use mine to get on the internet!
Podigious! Welcome to Podigious, episode 017, Digi Bowl 2.
The Digi Bowl 2002.
Recorded January 22nd, 2017.
Podigious is your critically nostalgic analytical tour through the Digimon marketing machine. I'm the greatest 8-track player, Andrew Softman. And I'm joined by 3/4 back Jeff Ruberg.
Yo, we're going to get the ball. You're going to pass it to me. I'm going to run. I'm going to trip. I'm going to fly. I'm going to fly through the air. Going to do a pose. I'm going to praise God. I'm going to praise everyone else's gods. We have the best sports. We're going to win all the games, bro.
Followed by Holy Waterboy Asher Softman.
I'd like to take this opportunity to, put down there for all of us to see that religion has no place in sports.
That was a real burn.
Just saying.
And lastly, goalie Ashley McDonald.
I'm disappointed that Atlanta is winning this game 31-0.
Who are they playing?
Green Bay.
This is going to be so confusing.
I heard that is Green Day, and I was really confused for a second.
Yes. Green Day.
I would be disappointed too. I would be disappointed too.
They're winning.
Our goalie, Ashley McDonald, is stuck in a time machine on January 22nd. So even though by the time you're hearing this, you totally know if Atlanta won or lost and is in the Super Bowl, Ashley is stuck in the time machine, doesn't know.
Well, I mean, right now it's only 31-0.
What? I wanted to, for this second annual Digi Bowl, I wanted to lay out one simple rule, which is no talk of actual sports.
No, we're not going to not talk about real sports. You tried that last time, and
then I need to leave this podcast.
Wait, you want to talk about real sports?
Yeah. No, not football anyway.
Okay, some basic information. If maybe people haven't listened to our first annual Digi Bowl, or they've just forgotten, the Digi Bowl was a weird, I don't know how you describe it, a marathon block that Fox Kids ran the week before the Super Bowl in 2002. They also did it a year before in 2001. 2001, it was a contest between Adventure and Zero Two, and then the second one, 2002, was between Adventure Zero Two and Tamers. And it was a marathon block. The point is they would air episodes of both those seasons and then compare and then have sports commentator Terry Bradshaw analyze the episodes based on different factors. I try to remember how it was, because we haven't watched this second one yet. The first one, I think they judged them based on like really weird criteria, like number of times they cried, like victories in battle.
How many hits they landed. No, it was how many hits they landed.
Oh, yeah. But the first one was a big sham. It was totally designed so that by the criteria they chose, they would come out to a tie at the end, and then people have to vote for the winner.
What does that get Fox in the end, though? I don't understand.
I think it was just, I really don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I assume it's just like we have a Terry Bradshaw, we can, force him to do this thing that ties together, like just adds hype to Super Bowl stuff, because actually, you know what? It probably is that like they didn't want to market Super Bowl ads to the younger kid audience, but if they had the Digi Bowl, they could market that to the kid audience, and then that would pull them into the Super Bowl. I'm guessing that was the ideal they were going for.
Christ. Okay.
Anyway, in terms of when this Digi Bowl 2002 actually aired, it was in the middle of the run of Tamers, so it was between episodes 25 and 26, which is 25 was the first one when they go to Digital World, and then it was kind of off the air for like a month and a half, and then came back with the the next one was the one where with Babamon and Digimon, which aired, I guess, the weekend after this? No, a couple weekends after this. Anyway, no, it was the next weekend after this. And in case there are references in the clips we're watching to the actual Super Bowl that was happening that year, it was apparently the Rams versus the Patriots in the 36th Super Bowl.
I assume the Patriots won. I
think when we did this last year, last year's Super Bowl was not on Fox, and so we were like, oh no, but they're not going to use this Fox music.
On CBS.
Right, but this year it is on Fox, so they will keep using this Fox music. So first off, we're going to watch a commercial for the Digi Bowl, and then we will watch the segments of the marathon. So we'll have links in the show notes to all of these links so you can watch along, but you can also just listen to our responses, and then here's the commercial.
It's second season versus third season. It's Digimon versus Digimon. It's Digi Bowl 2002. Terry Bradshaw hosts an entire morning of Digimon. Digi Bowl 2002, Saturday, February 2nd, all morning long.
Only on FoxKid.
I like the echo. All morning long. Anyway, pretty straightforward. No ridiculousness.
That was a really unexciting commercial.
Yeah, it really was just pretty factual.
Digimon versus Digimon.
And Terry Bradshaw will be there. If you're unfamiliar with the first Digi Bowl, it gets much more exciting when Terry Bradshaw has to pretend to act excited and is really bad at it.
I hope that he didn't get better this year. Like, I hope he was like, I've got it this year. Like, I hope that's not what happens. I hope he's still like, what in the heck am I doing here?
What in the heck is a Digimon?
Yeah, but my favorite part isn't even whether or not he's excited. It's when he tries to pronounce these things.
Oh, yeah. Agumon.
What's a Gumon?
I forgot to do the way we're supposed to intro it, which is like, Super Bowls, they come and go, but the Digi Bowl, now that is something special. That was his line from last year.
I really, really wish that he had said Digi Bowls there forever.
Which, if he had said that, that's what we're doing. We're making it forever. We're honoring his legacy.
God, no, actually.
God, no.
Okay, so here we go. Here is the first part.
Let's kick it up.
Welcome to Digi Bowl 2002 on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
All right, it's back. I'm back. You're back. Last year's champs, they're not back. But that's okay, because we have a new team, and they're for real. Reporting from the sidelines this year, we have Digi-destined Kari and
Kari's
Digimon
back.
tamer Henry. Now, let's check in with Kari to see
Henry?
what's on tap for today's game.
Thanks, Terry. Digi Bowl 2002 pitched the second season of Digimon against the third season in a game of digital football. The second season return as the Yellow Mash, and the
I had
third
to keep
season
that name.
are called the Red Marauders.
Why?
The Red Marauders.
Thanks, Kari. Nice to have you back. Now, let's go to the new guy, Henry. To get the lowdown on the scoring, you always got to have
Why
scoring.
Henry?
More importantly, Henry's going to give us a lowdown on the rules. Henry.
The cheapest voice actor.
Terry, each team will score 1 point for a direct hit. The misses don't count. A team can also score 6 points for saving the world, or lose 4 wimp-out points for fighting or crying.
You just say goals.
Oh, season 3's gonna
Nobody's crying.
lose.
We don't cry. Fight, maybe every now and then. Anyway, not bad, Henry. All right, folks. The Yellow Mash are taking the field for the first episode of the first quarter. And I think it's going to take some strong teamwork from Vmon and Davis if the Yellow Mash want that all-important early lead. Join me right after each episode for scores and analysis. Digi Bowl 2002 is starting right now.
All right, Terry, calm yourself.
So far, I think he has gotten the handle on it a bit more. Feels a little more formulaic.
I know, it's disappointing.
He didn't say anything that was hard to pronounce yet, though.
This is
It's Kari and Henry.
He said Vmon, too.
All right.
But, like, it's literally
Vmon's-
V.
Yeah.
Who has a hard name? Gargomon? I'm excited for him to say Gargomon.
Kyubimon.
Yeah.
Yes!
That'll be good.
I bet he pronounces Kyubimon or something.
Also, I mean,
Kennymon.
Growlmon would be easy, but like Guilmon might be tough.
Oh, yeah.
Guilmon. No.
All right, Terry, don't disappoint me. Oh, but he's talking about Adventure first. Damn it.
Yeah, that was
Right.
when we just supposedly watched was 02.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally
Okay.
did.
They have the whole range of 02 to go through, and only the first half of the Tamers. Anyway, here we go. Here's the second part.
Welcome back to Digi Bowl 2002 on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
Holy cow. What in the heck is going on here, people? We have Digi-destined, where they're fighting with each other. Digimon, they're not fighting at all. Henry, what's the deal?
Terry, the Yellow Mash are totally out of sync. Davis and TK
Oh, is this
cost them
episode?
4 early wimp-out points for infighting. And having
This
to battle
was,
Metal
the
Greymon
Digi
really
Egg of
threw them off
Friendship.
their game
Yeah,
plan.
the Digimon on My Friend
If Davis
episode.
and Vmon didn't bond, which helped
Yeah.
open the Digi Egg of Friendship, they would have been hurting.
Yeah, well, All right. Hey, thanks, Henry. Well, let's hope the Yellow Mash can get their digital act in gear for the second quarter. Now, during each break, I'll name my
They have a stupid name.
most valuable Digimon.
Oh my God, who
and
is it?
The first one goes to Vmon. He cracked that Digi egg of friendship when it counted and scrambled up. Point for the man. Up next, the Red Marauders must battle
the Waters.
Digimon. You didn't think I'd get it right, did you? But I did. Yes, sir. So let's head back down. Oh, yeah.
Wait, what did he say?
I don't know because you're talking over it. It was. I still loved his reaction. It felt like he was talking just to us.
Yeah, right.
He was talking specifically to me. He's like, I heard your comments from last year.
Went for the man. Up next, I did you? But I did. Yes, on.
He laughed for a while about that.
Davidramon.
He didn't get it right. It's Davidramon, not Davidramon.
Davidramon. Yo.
It's Devil Drum, like
Davidramon. Duh.
Let's hear
Duh.
I make a soundboard clip of that.
Battle. Davidramon. You didn't think I'd get it right, did you? But I did. Yes, sir. So let's head back down.
Oh boy, Terry.
Terry, you understand. You understand. You're cool.
Can't believe they watched the
on your brain!
episode.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the best episode.
Right, of course.
So they got points off for Wimp Out in that they were fighting the infighting. That seems a little.
Did they get?
And
yeah,
they
the
hit each
Digimon.
other.
The Digimon weren't fighting enough because remember they didn't want to hurt Metal Greymon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But there was enough. Like there was a decent amount of fighting from what I recall in that episode. Like once they actually do. And also, isn't it just
sort of? They were all kind of fighting the Spiral and not Metal Greymon himself. They were all aiming for that.
There was also the bee Digimon thingy that like I remember them fighting. Yeah, I remember someone fighting that.
What?
Was that in this episode?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no.
I can't remember how it played into it.
Yeah, one of them shot Patamon, I think.
Vmon, I'm your friend. Storm of Friendship, thank you for finding that.
You know what's up, Google.
So I mean, yeah, Flymon appears and I guess like it kidnaps Patamon, and that was a very haphazard episode from what I recall.
Yes, because
that's
why we were being sarcastic about it being a good episode.
I mean, the points acknowledge that it's a bad episode.
Yes,
that's fair.
Clearly.
So let's see how that Tamers episode fared.
Oh my God!
What did they watch?
Well, we'll see.
We're gonna find out.
Welcome back to Digi Bowl 2002.
Well, he said Digimon, so
with your
that's probably that
host,
episode.
Terry Bradshaw.
Where's the offense? I feel like I'm watching the Carolina Panthers. Kari, I thought these guys were supposed to be for real.
Terry,
We
the
had
Red
Redskins,
Marauders
too.
are showing
Red-
some rookie-level mistakes.
Racist
Takato
joke.
and Kennymon got off one early hit against a Vidramon, but it wasn't enough to keep the big fella down. The
I don't even remember
for
this
the Red
episode.
Marauders
I know,
when
right?
Takato
It's one of
passed
Digimon
to
Digivolves.
allowing him to digivolve into Growlmon. Then they were able
Where
to
like
finish the
Takata doesn't trust
Vidramon
Guilmon,
off.
and then he does in the
Kari, what about the
Digivolve.
Red Marauders' lack of offense?
I talked to Rika about that.
Oh.
She told me they just play one quarter at a time.
That's not something Rika would say. She'd be like, "Screw y'all, I hate you."
As well, my MVD can only go to Guilmon.
Oh, you said that okay.
Evolved,
you said it
the Yellow Mash,
okay.
well, they're up next. Let's see if they can get their heads back into this game.
So both teams suck is what I'm getting out of this.
Everybody sucks.
That makes sense. Didn't they pick really bad episodes last time too?
I think they did, but it's also
They
like
picked the one where like War Greymon and Metal Garurumon fought each other as one of them, and gave them like negative points because it was friendly fire.
which I guess is the same thing they tried in this episode or with the 02 episode.
Yeah.
Although at least these were both these episodes were from around the same point in the series, around the like 12 episode mark.
Yeah, we've got like Digivolutions happening, important ones. Except I don't know that I would actually call Raydramon an important
Raydramon
evolution.
is not important.
Well, whatever.
You know.
Okay, I think this is the start of the second quarter.
Yes.
Welcome back
I'm
to
so excited for whatever the halftime show is going to be.
2002 on
Oh, yeah, I'm
Fox
excited.
Kids With your host, Terry Bradshaw.
All right, it's the Digi Bowl first. The play is being reviewed. Let's go to Izzy, our referee, to find out what's happening.
Terry, the question is the fight between Digimon, Stingmon, and X-Vmon. Under normal game situations, a team would be penalized 4 points for such an infraction. But because they were possessed by Kennymon's magical is overruled. And because of the Yellow Mash's mini status, certain non-attack call hits will be counted. The score is 9-2.
All
There's
right,
so
thank
much
you, Izzy.
cheating
My
just happened.
MVD again goes to Digimon. Even
No!
when he's little,
Oh,
he still
boo.
comes up big. Well, the Red Marauders are up next, and I expect Henry and Terriermon to be the key players. And make sure you join me after this quarter for the Galador halftime show.
Oh, no.
The what?
Galador? Halftime?
So
Oh god, Galador.
the halftime show is just a tie-in for a different thing.
Galador was a Lego thing that failed miserably.
I mean, there was also something else that was teased last year for the 2001 one that was also a failed show that only lasted a couple episodes. But at least that was like at the end, and it was like, you know, watch for the results and we'll reveal with this special thing about this new show. But this time just be like, oh yeah, the halftime show is going to be a teaser for... Last time they did a Teenage Wolves concert. That was much better.
No, they also did a teaser for Los
Luchadores.
Yeah.
I thought that was at the end.
No, it was in the middle too, and we were like, "Wait, what?"
Oh, okay. I guess it's
All right,
similar.
so can we talk about how Izzy mispronounced "Are you Kennymon"?
Oh, we did?
Are you Kennymoning me?
Izzy, you've been on this show for
Are you Kennymon?
20 zillion years.
You know, I actually do wonder, like, who ADR directs these things, because like maybe they only are able to pronounce those correctly because they have someone supervising that. Wait, where?
But because they were possessed by Kennymon's magical...
Are you kidding?
Are you Kennymon? Are you
boy.
Kennymon? I
Wait,
don't
okay.
know.
Can we talk about how
What's a
their
Kennymon?
status
Did they kill Kennymon?
So the whole point was that they gave them points for attacks that weren't really attacks because they were using objects from the house because they were quote unquote mini. They were not mini. It was a giant house. Like they made a couple references to them, the Digimon, like even when Vmon's small. It's like no one was small. It was just a giant house. It's called Giga House. The episode is called Giga House. The writer of the segment didn't even look up the name of the episode.
You didn't even try.
Didn't watch
But
this
also,
episode.
I think the thing with Vmon still works because Vmon is a rookie and he's small. It was how I took it. But whatever.
I'm not blaming Terry
But
Bradshaw.
he
I'm blaming the
wasn't.
writer of whoever wrote this whole thing.
Yes, fine. Acceptable.
I wonder if this exists in IMDb. IMDb
What?
Digi Bowl.
What? No.
I found something. No, that's Dog Bowl 2015. Never mind. What?
Halftime show. Halftime show.
No, I think there's still one more. Episode. There's the.
Yeah,
We still have the Tamer episode.
we
The
have to
Tamer's
do the
episode
Tamer
for
episode.
second quarter.
Welcome to the Galador
No.
Halftime Show
Okay.
with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
Did we skip a part?
All right, the
No, I
Red
don't think we did.
Marauders aren't playing at rookie level anymore. Let's see how they scored.
Terry, Henry finally let Terriermon fight. And it was their effort that made the difference against Musiamon. The Red Marauders have closed the gap by
Wait,
scoring 4
Isn't it
points.
Musiamon?
Why did they only
All
get
right,
4?
thanks,
Yes,
Card.
it's Mushamon.
During the Digi Bowl halftime show, we have no time for lip sync rock concert. Nope. But we do have time for a message from our sponsor, FoxKid's new out of this world show, Galador.
We now return you to the Digi Bowl.
Welcome
Okay, they cut it out good.
My MVD goes to Terriermon because
Yeah!
it's the only thing I know that has bigger ears than my pal, Chris Collinsworth.
Watch it, bald mon.
Oh my god, they found more!
Turkey head. Anyway, in the second half, the Yellow Mash
God.
need to open up their offense, and the Red Marauders have to stop the rookie-level mistakes. The Yellow Mash are up next. Let's see how they do.
I can't believe they brought to like a whole new level of. There are more people.
Was he like a famous
Yes, that was a
commentator
real
too?
person.
Chris Collinsworth. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Apparently, he's a winner of 15 Sports Emmy Awards.
It's a sports Emmy.
I didn't know the Sports Emmys were a thing. I think actually this is something that I think it's actually that Jeff Nimoy won. I'm making this up.
A sports Emmy?
For some okay, he didn't win sports Emmys. He won 3 Emmys for his comedic work as a writer and producer for NFL Films Presents on ESPN and Fox. So it was a normal Emmy for a sports related thing, not a sports Emmy.
What?
What?
The plot thickens.
Yeah, I don't know what the thing is. I assume it was some kind of I don't know.
It's because we live in this pansy day and age where everybody has to get an award for participating in everything that they do. Pansy sports people, get out.
And it's totally not at all the fault of the people who give the awards. It's only the fault of the kids who get them. Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Stupid, spoiled brat children.
Well, I don't know. That was weird. I guess it's the same schedule. It's 1 02 episode, 1 Tamers episode for the first quarter, second quarter. They just put the halftime show in between the... Anyway, let's move on to the third quarter.
Welcome back to Digi Bowl 2002 on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
Well, with all that offense, you'd think that Marshall Faulkmon and Kurt Warnermon were playing for the Yellow Mash.
What?
But they're not. So, Henry, how did the Mash run up the score?
I did not understand that reference.
Down here, Terry. All of the Yellow Mash were involved. They repeatedly pelted Kennymon and Mummymon with hits. Cody and Armadillomon showed a lot of courage protecting that Destiny Stone, but Black War Greymon was too much for them.
Henry, after this battle, will the Yellow Mash have anything left for the fourth quarter?
I don't know, Terry. They look really hungry.
Hungry for a victory?
No, hungry for soup.
Digital football, you gotta love it.
Wow.
My MVD goes to Cody. He's
what?
got the only haircut.
This is the one he's
not a Digimon.
Well, the Red Marauders are next. Let's see if Rika and Renamon can get on track in this episode.
What?
Yeah, I want to hear what I missed. You guys were talking. I did miss what he said about Cody.
Something about his hair. I think it was literally only about his hair.
No, hungry for soup.
Man. Digital football, you gotta love it. My
what?
MVD goes to Cody. He's got the only haircut that I'm not jealous of. Well, the
Sick burns.
I mean, it's a sick self burn though. It's like both. Yeah, his hair is terrible, but also I'm bald, so I'm jealous of everyone else's hair. Such a weird.
It's great. It was great.
Just insulted an 8-year-old kid.
A fictional 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Damn. Slow your roll.
Okay, now for the fourth quarter. Right? No. This is still third quarter.
Yes, we are.
Welcome back
I know how to
to
sports.
Digi Bowl.
Don't question my
Setup
sports.
is way better for innings than quarters.
Bradshaw.
Well, glad that quarter's over. Harpymon runs his mouth more than Warren Sapp and Keyshawn Johnson combined. Kari, give us a scoring update.
It's amazing how many times he's trying to reference real
Renamon and
sports.
Rika finally came together as a team. Look who finally made an entrance. Just in time to help their own team. They combined for 8 hits, but it was Rika's amazing stick hit that really sealed the victory.
Right.
All right, well done, Kari.
What's the
Without
score?
question, my MVD goes to Renamon.
score?
She was a one-man wrecking crew out there. Somehow, these Red Marauders have to find a way to play together as a team. They're only down by 6 and still have a chance to come back and win this one. Just ask the Chicago Bears about last-minute heroics. Anything is possible, especially in Digi Ball. Now, let's start the fourth quarter. The Yellow Mash have to protect that last Destiny Stone. So, let's head back to the digital world.
He needs to stop making sports references. His audience is not going to get a single one of them.
Well, now they're all just so dated anyway.
Well, I mean, no, but in 2002, as a 12-year-old, I also would not have gotten a single one of those references.
I mean, to be fair, I also find it much more painful when he tries to.
Oh, it was 2002. Never mind.
Yes, Andrew, it says 2002 like 5 times on this page. But yeah, when he's like, let's go back to the digital world and play Digi Ball, I'm like, okay, no, that's no.
I would like to point out that Rika.
Rika's carrying this team.
Yeah, Rika's carrying this team, man.
And she always has been.
So I'm just going to, before we start the fourth quarter, I wanted to do some analysis. I realized like the Tamers has to win, right? Like right now they're down, it's 20 Adventure 02 and 14 Tamers.
14.
But like they can't advertise, they can't have a marketing event where they say, actually last season was better than this season. Like,
well, didn't they last time? Didn't
that's what
Adventure
happened
win?
with Adventure.
no, but that was a vote. You know, like they made it a tie and then had people vote and they reported the vote. You know, like I can also see like maybe they did that and they were like, crap.
So are you saying that they were mad that the other season
I mean,
won?
I could see them like putting up to a vote and then be like, crap, everyone voted for the last season. We don't want to make it seem like the last season is better than this one.
Well,
Like,
I don't think they would do that because I think most people who aren't me would say that Tamers is better than season 2.
right, but I just think that like once they realized putting up to vote is risky, they probably would have just been like, no. I mean, I know because I looked ahead. I know that there's no tie this time. There is an actual winner. So I'm assuming laying it out that it has to be Tamers because...
Wait, does that mean you know who the winner is? So then you're...
No, I heard at the time, but like didn't like they say the team name and I'm like it didn't stick out in memory because I didn't know which team name was which.
Okay, I got you. All right.
But like, okay, wait. I'm so confused with the rule. The rules were if you save the world, you get 6 points. Do you get negative 6 points? Like, are they going to lose 6 points because the Destiny Stone is going to get destroyed?
Maybe.
No. In each of like in that episode with the Destiny Stones, a Destiny Stone was destroyed and they didn't lose 6 points for losing the world or anything. So
That's
no,
true.
but the world has not been destroyed yet. So
well, the world is never
Destiny
destroyed.
Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just confused why they set up this you can get 6 points thing if you save the world if neither of them is going to save them.
I think it was mostly a joke, Ashley. I don't think you're supposed to take the scoring seriously.
Jokes?
I mean, I can't remember how they did it in season, because potentially they could show an episode from the end of the season that's already finished and then be like, this is an episode where they save the world, so +6. But I don't remember if they did that. I don't think they, for Adventure, showed like the last episode of Adventure. That also would seem really unfair to show like the last episode of Adventure plus the like V-Man, I'm Your Friend episode. I
thought they did show the last episode of Adventure because they got a bunch of wimp out points for crying when they were all leaving.
No, that's not the last episode of Adventure. That's when they go to the digital world before the...
No, what?
What?
Oh, what? that. Okay. I thought you were talking about...
Yeah, when they were coming home from the digital world.
Oh, you're saying when they're leaving the Digimon. I thought you meant when they're leaving their parents. Right, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they probably got like a bunch of minus points for the crying plus saving the world points.
Yeah. Also, they didn't cry when they left their parents.
That's true. They don't matter.
Just saying.
You know, Ash, leaving your parents is not a metaphor for leaving your childhood behind. So, although it is kind of more directly that.
I was like,
Anyway, let's go into the fourth quarter.
Hooray.
Welcome back to Digi Bowl 2002 on Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
There's no eating in football.
What?
Sure. We take water breaks. We do have smelling salts. And I guess if you're really hungry, you chew on your mouth guard. But sipping soup?
Yes.
Come on now. Henry, when you said the yellow mash looked hungry, I didn't realize you really meant it.
Terry, the yellow mash got upended by Are You Kennymon and Monkey in Digi
Why do you keep saying Are You Kennymon?
to get their strength up.
You said it right last time.
And Armadillomon DNA Digivolve, but that's about it. The yellow mash scored just 1 point, making the score 21-14.
Whew. Well, now these guys got me hungry. My MVD goes to Armadillomon
I knew it.
and Patamon.
Patamon.
DNA Digivolving. Well,
Why is he so
the
happy?
Runners are within striking distance as they take the field. Join me
I like his
right
random
after this
cackling.
episode for the final score. See you soon.
How did he get roped into this?
I saw that little subtle shake of his head, like, how is this?
Better question, Ash. How did he get roped into this twice?
Right? You'd think he'd have words with his
he
agent or something.
I had so much fun last year. Let's go do it again. Let me bring my buddy Chris Collinsworth.
I only do it if one other person has to be roped into it. Those are his conditions.
that I
I'll
can
only
see.
do it if
That I
I'm
can
allowed
see.
to say real sports players' names and then add them on to them.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it's a terrible idea to, as a sports commentator personality, to market yourself to the kid audience, so that once they are older or are just interested in sports as kids, to be like, oh well, he's the one who did the Digimon thing, so I'm gonna pay attention to football more when it's on Fox and not the other channels because,
Would
Terry Bradshaw, he's the best
you
commentator.
Did you?
It's not how it works, though.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna watch whatever team you want to watch, and you're gonna watch it on whatever.
You're gonna watch whatever team you're gonna watch and wherever it happens to be, but you're gonna be more happy, or like you might not watch the commentators, the post game and pre-game show, depending on who the commentators are, right? Like,
would you remember this guy?
If I were into sports,
Ashley, did you remember this happening?
What, the Digi Bowl?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I remember it happening.
Do you remember Terry Bradshaw?
I watched it.
Like, doing it?
I mean, Terry Bradshaw is still, yeah.
I know. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to it. I don't know.
Ashley was just like, I don't buy this.
I mean, they probably found, they clearly seem to have, oh no, actually this was the last year they could have done it because they didn't have Digimon the next year. Never mind.
Well, Fox Kids didn't exist after this.
That's true too. They could have done the Fox Box Digi Bowl. Sorry, wait, no, that was 4Kids after this. Never mind. Let's close out the fourth quarter. I think looking at the time codes, this one's actually going to be the shortest, probably because this would have just aired during the credits of the last episode. Guessing.
Oh my God, who is gonna win?
All right, the Red Marauders have won Digi Bowl 2002.
Oh, okay.
They only scored 4 hits, but earned an extra 6 points for saving the world. Making the final score, Red Marauders
How'd they save the world?
Yellow Mash
What?
21. Now, we need a
What
Digi
episode
Bowl
was it?
2002 MVD. Go to foxkids.com
Oh.
and vote for who you think is the game's most valuable Digimon. Results will be announced during the premiere of Galador next Saturday, only on Fox Kids.
That Galador promo did not look good.
No.
So-
But also, they
Wait.
save the world.
Yeah, in what episode in Tamers did they save the world before? Let's see if there are any clues at the end of the last clip.
I guess they save it from...
Like
what's it?
Brawlamon.
Well, no, why can't I remember the name of the thing that Yamaki won? Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
There's no episode where they just like stop that, right? Like there's the episode where the Tiger David appears, maybe.
Well, the Red Marauders are within striking distance. Episode for the final. The Red Marauders are within striking distance as they take the field. Join me right after this episode for the final score.
Well,
See you
what's the
soon.
episode with Pink David? Do they
Yeah,
save
no
it in
clue.
that?
Oh, I guess we'll never know what episode was shown. I'm curious though who won the MVD
Of course you are.
during the Galador.
Probably Gilmon or Renamon. Depends on how
Wait.
cool kids were back then.
Who were the choices? It was Vmon, Gilmon, and Terramon?
It's Vmon, Gilmon, Terriermon, Renamon, I thought.
Yeah, are they counting all the ones that he picked? He picked Patamon,
It's definitely not going to be Patamon.
Didn't they only show 3 choices?
Armadillomon.
Well, they were examples.
I think they were examples.
I see.
I mean,
So technically, you can put any Digimon you want.
Kennymon. I picked Kennymon.
We should get titled at that. Are you Kennymon?
Can we? Oh no, we can't.
No, but yeah, I found another video that has the same clip, so it doesn't have that thing at the end. Guess we'll never know who the Okay, Digi Bowl 2002 MVD. I found a live journal post. It's like, get to foxkids.com and vote on your MVD.
Live journals that old?
This might be an archive of previous stuff. I didn't think it was. Yeah, this seems to be an archive of Digimon commercials. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. This archive is from the same person who's uploaded most of these videos to YouTube. So it's a summary of all the different... Because I'm this seemed like a lot of the same categorization I've seen before on YouTube. It's from JP Wong, which is, if you find a lot of Digimon commercials or these Fox Kids Digi Bowl segments are from them. Really great resource. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. We'll never know who the MVD was. You can vote on the MVD. Should we have a poll for the MVD? We should come up with are you Kennymon?
You want?
What other mispronunciations were there? Musiyamon.
Vidramon.
Vidramon. Yeah, we'll have a poll. You can choose your.
Okay, but if you don't choose Are You Kennymon, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're just wrong. You can choose your variation of Are You Kennymon Do you like it when Izzy said it? Do you like it when Terry said it?
My guess with that is that the ADR director for this thing, this horror of a thing, was not someone who was familiar with how to pronounce it correctly. So, like, one time they coached them to say it like that or something, and then another time Henry's or Izzy's voice actor was like, I'm pretty sure it's like this, I'm just gonna say it like this, and then... Or maybe it's that, like, there wasn't, like, normally there's a director to tell them, no, you need to do it again like this better. And they didn't have that, so.
And this is why FoxKids is gone.
Yeah, this was the nail in the coffin. This was the...
Yeah, this is really... My mom just texted me, what happened to Green Bay?
Ashley, no sports.
Disappointed face. The score is now 44-15.
Lavender. It's just lavender. It's just lavender.
There are no lavender sports teams. That's not a color that's used.
Let's transition.
What is happening?
And now for recommendation articulation.
Oh no.
I guess I should actually give you guys warning to think of something.
It's okay. I know what I'm recommending.
I'm not prepared.
Asher, last year for the Digi Bowl 2001 is when you recommended a cauliflower recipe.
I did?
Yeah.
I have something sports related to recommend this time.
So I like posted it on Twitter because I was looking through the episode page for that. And I saw that recommendation. I was like, really? But I posted on Twitter, like, remember that time a year ago? And someone replied saying, like, yes, I use that recipe all the time, but I can't tell if they're joking or not. Like, maybe they actually do, or maybe they're just joking.
I was not joking.
No, you weren't joking.
I was really excited about cauliflower.
Ashley thought you were joking. Ashley thought that you were trolling the whole plug section.
No.
And I was like, no, I think that was genuine, yeah.
I was genuine.
So I'm going to recommend a sitcom on ABC called The Goldbergs. How to frame this. The main reason I love the show is not something that is applicable to most people listening, to like 99.99% of people listening. And the reason is that it is set in basically in my hometown, actually in my hometown, like basically the town next over. So it's not technically right where we grew up. We didn't go to the same high school, but it is like where we would go to do shopping and stuff. So it's very nostalgic in that regard. It's the main reason most people like it is because it's set in the 80s and it's very 80s nostalgia filled, which is not something that really appeals to me, but all the local references I really enjoy.
GoBots are gonna be huge one day.
Yes, they do talk about GoBots. But yeah, I was really skeptical about it at first. I really think that the pilot episode or the first episode is really bad, and it gets much better pretty quickly after that. And the mother is like by far the standout character. I think it takes a while to warm up to her, like for her to like fit into that role really well, but like eventually it's like one of the best characters on television. And yeah, it's really good. I also really enjoy watching it while practicing kanji. So
well, it's basically the creator's childhood.
Yeah, it's supposed to be all like these are things that really happened to me, and it's also like if you're expecting, it's a kind of warped nostalgia based recollection of the 80s. It's basically like there is no real timeline. It's like as if all the events of the 80s happened at any point in time, and I think the point is that it's like a unreliable narrator being like, oh yeah, then this thing happened and this thing happened, and it's like the first thing happened in 1989, the other one happened in 1981. But it's not supposed to be a realistic history. It's not like Mad Men where it's like, oh yes, this big event happened in history, and then the repercussions of that, it's just 80s nostalgia. Anyway, Ashley?
Me? Yeah.
Recommend Scarlet Letter.
What?
Scarlet Letter?
I don't like it that much.
Ashley, have you... Oh, never mind. You did it on the last episode. I was going to say, you haven't recommended 13 Reasons Why, but no, that was what you just did.
That's what I just did. I recommend Ernest Hemingway.
This is really your, like, I ran out of ideas.
Ernest Hemingway or drunk Ernest Hemingway?
No.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, wait.
Is this a Twitter account? Or like,
okay.
It sounds like a Twitter account.
I mean, Ernest Hemingway, misunderstood. You think he's the manliest man ever. I think that he struggled deeply with gender and actually has some progressive ideas about it that made him mad because he wanted to be the manliest man ever. Hemingway. You should read his writing about war because he's great at it. I know, I only recommend depressing books.
It's true, she does.
It's facts.
For people who aren't aware, Ernest Hemingway is Ashley's favorite author.
Next to Nicholas Sparks.
Next to Nicholas Sparks.
I guess I consider those like
That's right.
literary author versus whatever
Yes.
Nicholas Sparks
yes.
is author.
Yes.
Although there was
but-
that one time Nicholas Sparks compared himself to Hemingway.
Yes, exactly. And then my mind didn't understand what to do with itself anymore. Like, that just broke my identity, I think.
Also, it's not a great
Or it made me understand
comparison.
myself so much. I wrote a piece for Scribd. You can go look it up. That is comparing Hemingway and Nicholas Sparks. So go have fun with that. It's only like 1,000 words. You can read that. A Farewell to Arms is the best book. Don't let other people tell you that it's The Sun Also Rises, because they're lying. They're liars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asher?
All right. So I'm recommending a fictional series on Hulu. I think, on real TV it plays on Fox. It's called Pitch. It's about...
Is it baseball?
Yes, it's baseball! Baseball is the only sport I like.
Baseball's boring.
You're boring!
Okay.
Baseball episodes of anime are always boring.
What?
Samurai Champloo baseball episode.
Okay, I haven't seen Samurai Champloo, but baseball anime are the best anime out there. Anyway, Pitch is about Ginny Baker, who is made up, but she's the first woman to make it to the majors, and it's really well done. The soundtrack is really great, which I wasn't expecting, but the characters are fantastic. The relationships among them are just what I would want out of a sports. I almost said anime. It's not an anime. I'm sorry. It's acted with real people, unfortunately. They're all very beautiful. They're all very beautiful people. Which is odd because baseball players are not generally beautiful. And yeah, I'm not through all of it yet, but I'm enjoying it very much. Oh, and you don't need to know a lot about baseball to watch it. And if you do know a lot about baseball, it's not going to over-explain things, and you can catch these little things that just make it so good. So good! Anyway, she's on the Padres, and it's great.
Andrew.
Okay, I'm gonna recommend an anime on Daisuke, but it's Daisuke Premium, so you have to pay for it if you want to support anime creators. And it's King of the Braves, Gao Gaigar. So basically, it's a super robot anime from the 90s by Sunrise. And there's robots. There's robots with abilities. One of the main characters is a robot, android person. He's only 20, by the way. There's a kid who can heal people or something. The villains are weird. And it's a well enough written, competent kid show.
Great.
I'm not sold.
Robot lions.
You can find the full show notes and comment thread for this episode at podigious.com/017. Jump in the comments to let us know what you thought about this episode, like how painful you think it is to hear about sports on a Digimon podcast. You can also let us know your thoughts via social media, email, or with the Will thread, the Digimon subreddit thread for this episode, or by shouting into the air loud enough that we can hear it across the country or across the world.
By doing a touchdown celebration.
Yes, just do a touchdown celebration, and then we'll hear it as feedback. Also, score some points, get some head injuries, get some...
Wow!
That's how we accept feedback. Please don't...
Do concussions?
Yeah, please don't get concussions in order to send feedback to the show. Only get concussions if you are paid by people a ton of money to get concussions, aka football.
No, don't even do it then. Podigious is made possible with your support on Patreon, including support from our champion, Patramon. I don't know, now we have a internal crisis. We don't know how to pronounce this word. Anyway, Joe Keto, Kai Lunamon, Kaiserwashi, and Red from Breakfast with Digimon on SoundCloud. Our ultimate Patramon, David Graumon, and our mega Patramon, Sam Kriwagamon from the Dash Moncast on SoundCloud. Sam's actual plug is his partner's Tumblr, which is purple-pixel.tumblr.com. And they are currently doing cute drawings, cute daily drawings of Animal Crossing characters, so you should go check that out.
If you want to support the show, check out our Patreon. For $1 a month, you can join our private group chat on Slack. You can also get cool stuff like commentary tracks and behind-the-scene notes for $3, a new sticker and button every month for $10, ability to choose episode topics for $15, and a monthly Skype hangout with Jeff and Ashley for $25.
You can find Podigious on Twitter, Tumblr, or Facebook to keep up to Digimons, hear about upcoming episodes and recordings, and get funny Digimon images and GIFs. You can find me on Twitter at Drew Softman. Jeff?
I'm on Twitter at JeffandlyJeff.
Ashley?
I am AshMcD00 on Twitter.
And that person who is on Tumblr?
I am on Tumblr at Asher Dashery.
Share the podcast with your friends who will watch the Digi Bowl with you, and don't share the podcast with your friends who prefer to watch the Super Bowl. And join us next week as we get some Beast Spirits with episodes 10 through 19 of Frontier. Bye.
Bye.
And remember, never stop Digivolving.
I'm only on chapter 7 of the Scarlet Letter.
How many chapters? It's not a very long book, but it is very boring.
It's very... I have to read literally almost every sentence twice because I'm like, what?
It's been a long time since I read it. So
like,
I don't even
the
think
sentences
I
are
read
so long that by the end of the sentence, I'm like, what are we talking about again? What's happening?
She did a thing. What is this sports link you linked us? It's not the Super Bowl yet, is it?
No, but the people who are going to be in the Super Bowl are being decided today. There are 24 chapters of the Scarlet Letter.
Oh, God. Yeah, but they're not very long chapters. It's not a long book. It's just incredibly dry.
Oh, Kari. I was really hoping Rico would be the announcer because that would have been so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we could do worse. It could be Rio.
No, it can't because he's not introduced yet in where they are.
It's true. I think actually this is something that I'm blanking on his name now. Oh come on! Oh come on! Oh come on! Oh come on!
You need to give us more hints.
Come on! Oh come on!
It is a man.
Oh come on, Jeff.
What are we? Oh come on,
Jeff.
Shaq.
Jeff Shack. What?
Wait, what are you talking about? I have idea what's happening.
The Digimon dub writer. We had him on the show.
Oh, Nimoy.
Jeff Nimoy. Okay. I think it's actually that Jeff Nimoy one.
Well, FoxKids didn't exist after this.
That's true too. They could have done the Foxbox Digi Bowl. Sorry, wait, no, that was 4Kids after this. Never mind.
Yeah.
When was Foxbox? Was that after 4Kids?
Yeah, it was right after 4Kids.
Foxbox.
I don't know. We were getting older.
Wait, it seems that 4Kids was Foxbox. 4Kids TV was originally known as the Foxbox from 2002 to 2005. Interesting.
Okay.
Foxbox is only cool because of Shaman King.
Okay.
You tell yourself that.
They had so many other shows, though. Oh my god.
When did Metabots air? Metabots was cool.
I think that was during...
Wasn't Metabots on Fox Family?
Maybe eventually, but I think actually it was during Zero 2, because don't you have that poster with Zero 2 and Metabots?
I don't know. I don't have any of those posters anymore.
Oh, your parents' house is not still hanging there? They didn't put it back up?
No.
Oh.
That room is like completely in disarray right now.
Oh, I didn't want to look at the room to see what happened to it. When did it come out? Aired on Fox Kids from September 2001 through 2002. So it would have been during Tamers, actually. Through November 2002. Huh. That's a weird airing schedule. Also, I thought Fox Kids dissolved by November.
I don't know, man.
Apparently, there's a sequel produced by Production IG. That's intriguing. Okay, anyway.
Sequel to what?
Metabots?
To Metabots? That's the Metabots podcast.
Fox Kids didn't even air all of what was actually made of Metabots, as far as I understood it.
Hey guys, Metabots podcast? Metabots podcast?
Yeah, man, I'm down. Let's do it.
I've actually never seen an entire episode of Metabots, I don't think.
What's wrong with you?
It was the age when I was getting more into computers than TV.
You were too cool.
No, I was too nerdy.
He was too Ash.
Yeah.
So Asher.
Yep.
Oh man, Asher, you want to watch Sailor Moon for a little bit?
Yeah. Let me call my grandparents first, but yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll read the Scarlet Letter or something.
Oh, right. You guys aren't hearing this. I was like, why are you guys ignoring the Metabots music? But you can't hear it.
Nope.
No.
This art style is a lot better than I remembered.
I definitely don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
I do.
It definitely. What does this remind me of? It reminds me of like a very specific band from like the mid '90s. I think it is.
Okay. They said metaphors, so I thought they were saying metaphors.
Metaphors.
It's a cartoon with metaphors.
Metaphors.
Oh boy. Sorry for the Metabots tangent. The art style is a lot more like distinctive and interesting than I remember. Like Digimon definitely had a slightly different style than anime, but like didn't ever feel that different. Whereas that was like very interesting. Like simplish and cartoonish, but still, I don't know. Also, the opening will probably have the best of the animation, so who knows what's actually like in practice. Wait, I wonder if I can find... I wonder if I can find the clip from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend about football. Actually, I showed it to you when I saw it, right?
I don't remember what it is.
Oh, problem is it's not a song. Like, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend makes all their songs available on YouTube, so it's really easy to find them, but then I want this...
On the official YouTube?
Yeah. But there's this one clip where... when was it? Oh, okay. She basically has like a very brief rant about football.
I have plans. Football at Hector's house. And I know how you hate football.
I don't hate football. I get why it's fun. It just kind of propagates the ideology of physical dominance and the economic subjugation of the working poor, plus the concussions. It should be illegal. LOL. What are you doing Friday?
Shoot.
That was it. That was a not legal version. That was a not legal version that had the voice sped up in order to avoid copyright protection.
Okay, so the show's not that fast.
No, they don't sound like chipmunks normally.
Well, they should. New
Obviously.
gimmick.
It's not a new gimmick.
New gimmick for the show.
Oh.
Yeah, just fit in more content.
Wow, y'all
way.
just think I'm super dumb because I'm a jock. I get it.
yeah, that's totally what we think.
Ooh, maybe next year instead of a Digi Bowl, we should just have a jock versus nerd war. Anyway, Ashley, please read the next.
Ashley would have to fight herself.
It would be an internal struggle, yes.
My life is just one big internal struggle. And our ultimate Patramon, David Graumon, who, was in the Digi Bowl.
Actually, you keep saying and there, and also like trailing your voice down as if it's the final one. I'm like, actually, there are three.
And there is an end after before red.
Don't do and our ultimate Patramon from our champion and Patramon ABC, our ultimate Patramon D, and our mega Patramon F.
I can do whatever I want. Hemingway is a big fan of the word end. Facts.
I thought you'd say interesting. That would appeal to me if he just said interesting every 5 words.
No. On a different note, Hawthorne is very obsessed with the word ignominious, or however you say it.
Yeah.
Alternative word for shame. He really likes that.
Ignominious. Or ignominious?
I don't remember. How to pronounce words.
Ignominious. I didn't know this word existed.
Wait.
He says it every paragraph.
wait, can I just like real talk for a second here? I forget if I mentioned this in the podcast, but like because of like getting more into manga and like listening to podcasts and video games and stuff, I feel like I haven't, and because my manga is kind of eaten reading consumption, I haven't read much, and I feel like my vocabulary is just slowly dissolving, disappearing until I just say interesting every couple words.
Honestly, that's good because your vocabulary tends to be really pretentious and not understandable. Just saying.
I don't think it's true, and I think the problem is that like the more I start to use words inappropriately because I forget, like I don't see them being used so often. Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was noticing.
Yeah.
So wait, how do you pronounce it? Ignominious?
Ignominiously, I think.
Ignominiously? Okay.
Yeah.
I heard a sorry, where was this? On the podcast from John Green and Hank Green, I think it was. Hank Green recommended a app that just like tells you how to say things. Like it's just an app where you just look up a word and it tells you how to say it. It's just a pronunciation.
Ignominious.
Okay.
Ignominious.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster. Son.
Hawthorne really likes it.
Hawthorne who?
Nathaniel.
Okay, that.
Yes. We're still talking about the Scarlet Letter, Andrew. Keep up.
Yeah, I thought that was obvious.
I don't know. I thought you were talking about his.
I don't know any other Hawthorns. Gale, I guess.
Gale Hawthorne, I don't think has ever heard the word ignominious in his life.
Exactly. Thought from context clues we had narrowed down our
wasn't Nathaniel Hawthorne's grandfather a really
he was a judge in the Salem witch trials.
Right.
Well, not his grandfather.
I think it was either his grandfather or his great grandfather.
Yeah.
It was not many generations removed.
Yeah.
Grandfather. It was
says the intro.
Sorry. It was his great grandfather actually.
Really?
Yeah, that surprised me.
Well, you're talking about 300 years.
No, we're talking 200 years.
Yeah, it was 200.
Wait, no, that's not. There's no way. Nathaniel Hawthorne was born in 1804. The Salem witch trials couldn't have been in 1600s.
I thought that is when they were.
Really? Wait, when did Columbus come to America?
Well, you can look it up.
When did Columbus come to America? 1492.
Were a series of hearings and prosecutions.
Wait, who wrote the Crucible?
John Miller. John Miller,
it was the late 1600s, Jeff. It was 1692.
Okay, so it was 120 years between.
Okay, fine. But I was in the right century.
That still seems because grandfather is 2 levels. That's 5 levels removed in 120 years. That's
They didn't live very long.
they all had kids at 24, I guess, is average.
Fair enough.
That's, I guess, was normal at the time.
Fine.
Yeah. It's actually still fairly normal to hear.
No!
Ashley
and I don't have 3-year-old kids.
I mean, neither do any of us on this podcast.
That would be a good plot twist, though.
Yes, I secretly had a child all along.
Ashley and I
You're
have
the adulterer. You wear.
I wear the scarlet letter.
Yeah.
How can I be an adulterer if I've never been married?
I don't know. I don't know what would happen then. I don't know.
Wait, Ashley.
You'd be shown in a different way.
I would just be having a child out of wedlock is what it would be.
Ashley, how old is our cat?
Isn't he older than 3?
Isn't he 4?
Is he approaching 5? Well,
a 5-year-old baby.
How many years have we had him? He's a year more than that.
Good math there. And don't share the podcast with your friends who prefer to watch the Super Bowl. And join us next week as we get some beast spirits with episodes 10 through 19 of Frontier.
Honestly, Jeff, I would rather watch the Super Bowl.
You're banned.
Jeff, I feel like you would rather watch the Super Bowl.
That's
just
not
to
true.
see all the ads.
That is true about Andrew, at least.
What?
You like commercials.
I don't like the ones at the Super Bowl anymore.
What?
What? Madness.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of hype for Super Bowl commercials, and we rarely actually live up to that hype.
Oh, but the Hotline Bling one last year was actually really funny.
Right, but they're always they can be a little bit funny first. They're never the kind of funny that's this was so transcendentally amazing that it was worth watching this whole long Super Bowl production for. And you can watch them on their own afterwards once people have ranked them by being the best ones or not. You can just watch the top ones that people agree are great. So
yes, Jeffrey, I know that you are a fan of letting everybody else curate your life.
Oh my god. I'm a fan of not trying to watch every, I'm advocating against FOMO to be no, you don't need to watch everything in case everything is great. It's I don't need to watch every anime that comes out every season. I can just watch the ones that people, there are so many crap ones. I'm just going to watch the ones that just going to try out the ones that people say are good instead of just trying out every single one. That's not me being I have no opinions. It's me having filters because filters are necessary.
Jeff has no personal opinions. Jeff has no. It's not that you don't have personal opinions. It's that you don't have personal taste.
It's not
you have
true.
not defined what your taste is. Yes, it is.
It's not true, Ashley.
It's a fact.
No, it's not. Oh my god. You when I say I like something, you're nope, you don't actually like that. When I say Barakuman's a favorite anime, nope, that's not true. I don't buy that. And when I say I have taste that differs from whatever that is the consensus of the best things ever, you're nope, that's a wrong thing. That's a bad opinion. I don't believe that you actually think that.
Because you don't diverge from any.
No one else. Who else has said Barakuman is their favorite anime ever?
I don't know. I'll talk to enough people about these things.
So that's a diverge? Oh my god. Anyway, we need to say bye. Okay. Digivolve your differences.
I said the wrong thing.
What did you say?
Never stop digivolving.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Digivolve your football.
Your differences? Question mark.
Digivolve your football?
That's what I said.
I
yes.
was very confused, and I thought we were actually going to say never stop digivolving.
Can we just say?
Confusing.
Can we say digivolve your football now?
No.
Digivolve your football.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Digivolve your football.
Your football.
It doesn't go as well.
I disapprove of this.
Ash sat out in protest.
Yeah.
I abstained.
So did the winner get decided, Ashley?
Ash is calling Kaepernick. What? Of what? The game?
I saw someone tweet that said no Super Bowl for the NFC North. Balance is restored. I assume that means a game is over.
Well, there's still 2 minutes left, but I think it's still clear that Atlanta will win. They're winning 44-21.
Oh, okay. They got 21 points. That's pretty good. Better than 0.
I kind of assumed that Atlanta was like, I have gotten enough points to just pull all my people, and Green Bay can try as hard as they want.